The most common mistake first-time directors make has nothing to do with the cameras, nothing to do with the lenses or coverage or the shot list. It's this. They know exactly what they want technically, but they can't communicate it emotionally. They can describe the frame, and so they stand next to an actor, a human being, who is about to be vulnerable on camera in front of 30 strangers, and they say things like, do it again, but better. Look, I've directed and produced across 25 independent feature films, and I've acted in them too. So I've stood on both sides of that conversation. Today, I want to show you what directing actors actually is. 3 things I do on every project and 2 moments from my own set where this exact skill made the scene, including one where the entire direction was 6 words long. Let's get into it. All right, here's the mindset most people bring to directing. The director is the person who tells everyone what to do. You have the vision, they execute it. And with your crew, that can be true to a certain extent, but you have to make decisions and own them. But with actors, that model fails completely because an actor isn't executing your vision. An actor is generating something, a live, fragile, emotional performance. And your job is to create the conditions where the thing you need can actually happen. You can't command someone into being emotionally open. The harder you push on the outside of a performance, the more the inside closes up. So the shift is this. Directing actors is not telling people what to do. It's communication, it's listening, it's knowing what the scene needs emotionally, not just visually, and being able to transmit that to another human being in a way that they can use. That's a skill, guys. It's learnable, and here's how I actually do it. The first thing, the conversation before set. I never let an actor's first real conversation with me about the character happen on the shoot day. Before we ever get to set, we sit down and we have an honest conversation, their perspective on the character in mind, genuinely. Not me lecturing them, an actual exchange with 2 people. And by the end of it, they know exactly what I expect from this character and what I'm going to be looking for, and I know exactly what they intend to bring to that character. That conversation is where the trust it gets built. And it means that on set, we're not negotiating who this person is while the crew stands there burning daylight. We're refining something we already agreed on. 90% of good direction happens before you're on set. The second thing, read what the actor is giving you and calibrate to it. On set, my job is management. Reading what the actor is giving me against what the scene needs and closing that gap without frustrating them, without being rude, without creating a misunderstanding in front of the whole crew. And that means the delivery of the direction matters as much as the direction. If an actor is tense because the scene is heavy, because the day is long, I'm not gonna stand there and deliver a monologue of notes at them. They can't absorb it. They'll nod and nothing will change. I give them the Cliff Notes version, the shortest possible thing they can carry into the take, and let them go. Listen to what your actor is giving you, then respond to that, and not to the plan in your head. And the third thing, when a take isn't working, look for the way in, not the same note. Sometimes the honest truth is the take isn't there yet, and the amateur move is to repeat the same note louder. If the note didn't work twice, the note is not the problem, guys. Something is blocking the actor from getting there, and your job is to find what the way in is. Sometimes that's a personal connection. Sometimes it's beliefs. Sometimes it's 6 words. Let me show you what I mean, okay? 2 moments from the same film. My most recent film, A Reflection of You. There's a moment in the story where the main character sees his mom. After everything that's just happened in the film, it's a really tense, loaded moment which occurs between the 2 of them. Mershad, who plays the lead, who's a dear friend of mine, great actor, comes up to me right before lunch. We just shot a really powerful scene where he crushed it. He crushed the scene, and he is spent. He's looking at me and he's like, I'm so tired. I need a break. And he wants to go to lunch, and that's completely fair. And I look over at the actress playing his mom, and she is ready. She's ready to go. She's right there, and she wants to do this really bad before lunch. So here's the moment. I've got one actor who's empty and one who's completely full and ready to go, and a scene that needs both of them. I'm not going to give Mershad a speech about the scene's emotional architecture. He's got nothing left to process it with. So I just said, hey, all you have to do is look at her. That's it. All I want you to do is look at her. And he kind of went, all right, let's do it. And he didn't want to do it, but he trusted me enough to not fight it. They did the scene and they both broke down crying. And it was one of the most powerful moments in the entire film because Mershad allowed the direction. Just be in the moment. Just look at her. And he didn't fight it. And everything that was already in him came through. 6 words of direction. But those 6 words only worked because everything underneath them, the conversations before set that we had, the trust, and reading exactly what he had left to give. That's what direction is. All right, same film, different challenge. There's a monologue and a reflection of you that's genuinely one of the hardest asks you can hand an actor. The character starts the monologue not doing a good job at it. He's supposed to be unconvincing, and then somewhere inside of it, he catches fire, and by the end, he has to be absolutely riveting. Think about that as an actor. You have to be believably bad and then believably brilliant in one continuous piece. And he was struggling to get there. Take after take, the ending wasn't landing. And this is exactly the moment where a director repeating, "Okay, bigger at the end," would have buried him. So I did 2 things. First, I told him I believed he could do it. And I wasn't managing him. I meant that. I know him really well and I knew he could get there. And I made sure he knew that I knew. And then we found the way in. We talked about his relationship with his father and how that connected to what this character is saying. It's the story of this person's life. Not technique, not pacing notes. A real thing from his real life that plugged directly into the words. The take right before lunch, he nailed. Absolutely nailed it. And it was such a beautiful moment because it didn't come from pressure. It came from belief plus a personal connection to the material. Now, none of what I just described works if you skip the prerequisite. And the prerequisite is this. You have to actually know what you want. Not the blocking, not the line reading. You have to understand what the scene is doing emotionally, what it's for, what has to be true in the audience's mind when it ends, because that's what you're directing toward. That's how I knew just look at her was enough. I knew what that scene needed was presence, not performance. If you don't know what the scene is doing, no communication technique will save you. You'll just be transmitting confusion more warmly. And if you do know, you can direct a career best performance with 6 words. That's knowing. That's the homework. That's the part that happens alone with the script long before anyone says action. So remember, directing actors is not commanding them. It's the conversation before set. It's reading what they're giving you and calibrating what you say to what they can carry. And when they're blocked, it's belief in finding the way in. If you want to go deeper, the directing module inside the Indie Film Method covers all of it. Working with actors, on-set leadership, building your visual language, shooting for the edit, with real stories from the field. 9 lessons plus the toolkit. The link's in the description. If you're not ready for that, just subscribe to the channel. Keep coming back to me. These videos will keep coming every 2 weeks, and the next time we're on set and a take isn't working, before you give another no, ask yourself, what does this actor need? Then go find it. Together. Stop waiting for someone to say yes. Go make your film. I'll see you inside.